Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, we got a tough one. We got a tough one out there, Bucks Nation. I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amber. This is Amber's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. Salute the friends and family. Salute the Bucks Nation. Y'all know we here to talk about what's going on in Sacramento between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Sacramento Kings, where it's 110-108 with 2:05 left in the fourth quarter, and the Bucks have fought valiantly to come back in this game. The Bucks have showed a lot of heart and grit to come back in this game. It just looked terrible in the first half. We looked sloppy. Giannis missing layups. We couldn't hit a three, and somehow we fought back. Shout out to Kevin Porter Jr. playing awesome tonight. Shout out to Brook Lopez for keeping us afloat in the first half. Shout out to them for really hooping tonight. And Kyle Kuzma also playing solid with 14 points. Gary Trent Jr. was struggling early but helped late with 8 points. I'm really proud of them, how they're playing. Like, they could have packed this game in easily. And for them to still be here and with the lead is impressive. And I know our defense wasn't the best. I know that we were allowing a lot of open threes. I get all that. But let's just be happy that we're ahead right now in this game. Salute to friends and family. All right, we got another Vampire live stream, y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Please hit the like button. Appreciate all the support. We over 3,000 subs now and counting. Appreciate wholeheartedly all the support. We grinding here. We going live after every Bucks game. Hey, win, lose, or draw, we here. This is one of the best Bucks community, if not the best Bucks community on YouTube, easily. Best Bucks podcast, and we going to keep you informed all the time. Just make sure you subscribe. Hey, we going to keep you in the loop. All right, Bucks, 107 left. Friends and family, let's get it cracking. Let's talk about some of these stats. We got to give Taurean Prince his props tonight. Taurean Prince has played well today. Not always the best defensively, but he's played well today offensively. He hit some key shots and kept us in the game. Giannis struggled early, but has definitely finished strong. 32 minutes, 12 of 19, 7 of 11 from the free throw line, 16 rebounds, only 2 assists tonight. 1 steal, 1 block, only 2 turnovers. I'll take it, 31 points. Kyle Kuzma, very efficient. Double double, 14 and 12. What else do you want from Kuzma? I'm cool with that. He can give us that every game. I am cool. 16 and 10, somewhere in there. I am cool. That I love that he crashes the board. He's so aggressive offensively, taking it to the hoop. Cool. I like what Kuzma brings to this team. Brook Lopez had one of his better games of the year to me as far as offensively. He was in the post. He played smart. 3 of 6 from the 3-point line, 8 of 15 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He only had 3 rebounds, but that's to be expected for Brook Lopez. Uh, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 21 points. Ryan Rollins struggled today. 0 for 4, 0 points in 21 minutes. I want us to be a little patient with Ryan Rollins, let him get back in his groove. I know there's a lot of talk like seeing him struggle. Well, this is why he shouldn't be playing that much. This is why he wasn't playing. Give him a second. Gotta let people adjust and get their feet wet. He was on the bench for a long time. Now he's playing starter minutes. He has to get back in his groove. Let's be patient. But I do agree this was not Ryan Rollins' best performance. And look at the Bucks taking control. Bucks up 113, 108 on the road. And as you see, the biggest quarter for us, the Bucks, was the third quarter that really changed the momentum in this game. We scored almost 40 on them. Everyone went crazy in that third quarter, 37-28. And when we can win that third quarter, we're very hard to beat. Very hard to beat. Let's go, Bucks. Let's get them likes up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Pat Connaughton even being in the game for 2 minutes is a tragedy. There is no reason that Pat Connaughton should have ever entered this game. Ever entered this game. That was insane that he entered this game. Literally insane. Gary Trent struggled early but came on late. 35 minutes, 4 of 11, 3 of 8, 3 steals. 11 points. Kevin Porter Jr. played excellent tonight. 27 minutes, 8 of 10, 2 of 2, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 18 points. AJ Green, I think he's just in need of a DNP at this point, friends and family. AJ Green is just not looking right out there at all. He is definitely struggling. 26 minutes, 3 points. That's not what we want to see from AJ Green. I hope he can get it together sooner than later, but it's just not looking good for AJ Green right now. Just keeping it real. He needs maybe a couple of DNPs. He might need some rest or something. I don't know, but his minutes definitely should be diminished. At this point, for what he's doing, he's not doing anything offensively, and he's being treated defensively. It might be time to let Ajax get back in the rotation. It's not like AJ Green is giving us anything offensively right now. So let's see what at least Ajax can play on ball defense. So I think that should be an adjustment made by Doc is to have Ajax in the game more now. That's just how I feel. I think he should be in the game more now for that very point. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like if AJ Green is hitting threes, then it's all good. It makes sense. But if he's not hitting threes, I'd rather have somebody who can play some defense and is at least explosive. So I think that needs to be addressed. Bucks up 114, 108, 20.1 seconds left in the game. Let's take a look at Sacramento. Very balanced attack by Sacramento today. DeRozan had 22, Keegan Murray 13, Valanciunas 18, Zach LaVine. He's been hot lately, and to hold him to 16, I think is really good. Zach LaVine has been on a tear recently, and to hold him to 16, I think is awesome. Keon Ellis did all his damage in the first half. He had 18 at halftime, only 20 points for the game. So that means that we were able to kind of slow him down in the second half. So that was good to see. Jake LaRavia had 11. They had a very balanced attack. I mean, they had 6 people in double figures, so they definitely were sharing the basketball. They didn't shoot good from 3. That was really their demise for the most part. They only had 8 turnovers. We only had 9. I want to shout out to the Bucks for not turning the ball over a lot today. Like that was key in this game. Shout out to the Bucks. Turnovers. If we'd have turned the ball, and this is official now. Shout out to the Bucks. Great win by the Bucks. Coming from behind, it looked ugly for the Bucks early. Hey, friends and family, it looked bleak for. Hey, it looked bleak for the Bucks early, did it not? And for us to sustain, come back, show this grit, determination, and have that come out of halftime, guns blazing like that. That's what we talking about, Bucks. Can we see the focus in the third quarter, the whole game? The third and fourth quarter, we played our best basketball. Held them to 19 points. Shout out to the Bucks. We shot 52% from the field, 41% from the three-point line, 65% from the free throw line. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We got to hit our free throws. But I do like the accuracy from 3. 22 assists today, not bad. I like us around 37 steals is good to see, but most importantly, the 9 turnovers. Us not giving away points is the difference in this game. You are not going to beat good teams turning the ball over 17 and 22 times. This game was close. Turnovers would have been the difference between winning and losing this game, and us only having 9 turnovers is very impressive for the Bucks. Salute to the Bucks. And look at that. Sacramento only had 8. So, hey, we had to play pretty good basketball to win this game. So I'm proud of the Bucks. Let's get into these team stats. We shout out friends and family. We're gonna get into this chat because I know it's late and I appreciate y'all tapping in. We shot significantly better than them from the field. Over 50% shooting is always great. 40% from the 3-point line. They struggled. We struggled from the free throw line. They were a little bit better, not much. Offensive rebounds, we were close, but there was a couple of possessions where we allowed them to get like 3 to 4 offensive rebounds. That was just crazy. But besides that, we played. We held our own on the rebounding side, 42 to 44. I'm not mad. 11 offensive rebounds of 14. I'm not mad. We have more assists. Obviously, the steals were big. Points off turnovers were pretty even, 10 to 11. Hey, shout out to the Bucks for the fast break points. Shout out for that. And that Kyle Kuzma pushing the pace. I know he was getting some fast break points. Shout out to Kuzma. Points in the paint we won. And that shout out to Brook for that. Brook was playing well today, and he was getting putting in some work in the paint. 54-48. If we can win the points in the paint, that's always going to be a positive. And we did just enough to win this game. 6-14, our largest lead is what we won by. Shout out to the Bucks. This was an important win. We need to get as many wins as we can in this month of March because it is a hell of a gauntlet that we're going through. But I'm very proud of friends and fans. Also, I want to shout out, hey, I saw a lot of y'all remaining positive in the chat too. I saw a lot of y'all remaining positive in the chat throughout this game, even though things was looking crazy. I want to salute the friends and family for keeping things upbeat in the chat. Yes, you were calling out people for playing bad, but there was still a lot of belief in this team, and I want to salute y'all for keeping that type of positivity in the chat during the game. Salute to y'all. Because it looked bad at first, but I saw y'all keeping it, you know what I'm saying, positive, and that was good to see. I'm just happy we won this game. This is against a quality opponent. Yes, they were missing Sabonis, but we were missing Dame, so I feel like that's even. And that third quarter was amazing for the Bucks. The third quarter, 37-28, that changed the complete tide of this game because we were struggling in the first half, especially that first quarter. I thought we were packing it in early in that first quarter, only having 17 points. Then we played a little bit better in the second quarter, then a lot better in the third, and even better in the fourth. So this was like we started off slow and then started picking it up. So that was good to see. And that they didn't quit on themselves. They kept their heads down, and different players were stepping out throughout the game. Brook Lopez early, Kevin Porter Jr. early. And then Gary Trent late. I like how people were kicking in at the right times for this squad. That was very, very good to see. It wasn't all on Giannis. Yes, Giannis got his numbers, but the others were kicking in. I think a lot of people played solid today, and were the difference in us winning this game. It was a team effort today, and that's all we wanted to see from them. It was a team effort today. So shout out to the Bucks for that. Let's see who in the building. Hold on, y'all. Just getting my screens together here. Give me a moment. There we go. What up, Scales? I see you in the building. Salute, salute. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure to hit that like button. Trina, what's good, man? D Cole 123 in the building. Eli Harris, what's good? Patricia P, what's good, man? Salute to the queens of the chat. Francis in here. God got me. Dre West, what's good? Derek Stevenson in the building. Eliza in the building. What's good, Eliza? Appreciate you tapping in. Robert Brooks, what's good? Derek Stevenson, what's good? Appreciate you. Chris B, what's good? Shout out to Ohio. Francis is in the building. What's good? Greg Delaney, what's good? Appreciate y'all all tapping in. A lot of activity in the chat tonight. A lot of activity. Rigo, what's good? Appreciate you. Brandon King Carter in the building. Tito, what's good? Robert Allen, what's good? The homie Jimmy Roller. What up, Jimmy? Salute. Toady Toad in the building. What up, Gerald? Salute to my man Gerald Cotton in the building. Salute, bro. Appreciate you tapping in. It's Moose. What up, bro? In real life, what's good? Appreciate y'all. Oliver Story in the building. What's good? Tony Jackson. What's good? Appreciate you. Miss Robert Walker Murphy in the building. What's good, man? Queens in chat in here deep as usual. Appreciate all y'all tapping in. Go get to these comments here. Then we're going to open up the lines and let y'all tap in. And we're going to have some positive conversation today with this Bucks win, are we not? Salute friends and family. Boy, Bobby, what's good? Foreign Land, what's good? Nicholas, what up? What up? What up? All right, all right. I see friends and family in here deep. Maria, what's good? Kenny Mac, I see you. Hey, Dr. Smith in the building. I'll put the link in here shortly. Let me get the friends and family. Mr. 414 Hoyt Street E, what's good? Kenny Mac said hit the like button. Yes, please. Much appreciated. What up, Carrie? Good to see you. Appreciate you. Gibson Nicholas, a.k.a. Mr. Bahamas. What's good? Salute. We got a good win tonight, Gibson. Quality opponent, good win. Scales, what's good? If we can get the cools, we can get out of the first round for sure. Laughing out loud, but very serious. No, that's for real. If cools play like this, we definitely can get out the first round. That's a fact. Absolutely. He giving us a double-double, crashing the boards, putting pressure on the rim. That definitely is a fact. No joke. For real, Scales. That's a fact. That's a definite fact. Shout out to Scales. Mr. 414 said, yeah, the bell should be bare, bro, just like the Viking horde. Facts. That is hilarious. What up, Monolando? I see you in the building. Jonathan Porter, what's good? Jonathan Porter said Giannis held the Bucks down the whole third. That's when he got it going. Giannis went crazy in the second half. He definitely looked just kind of a little lethargic and not himself in the first half. The second half, Giannis carried us to the second half, along, like I said, with Kevin Porter Jr. hitting timely shots, Gary Trent hitting timely shots, Taurean Prince. The others did help as well. Well, we got to give the others credit. We always bomb on them if they don't perform. Today, the others did perform, and that's a fact. The others did definitely perform. Let's give them their credit. Let's give them their credit. Anthony Lacey was good. Kevin Porter Jr. and Gary Trent Jr. played great perimeter defense. May need to start one or the other alongside Dame. Bring Prince off the bench. I agree. But now what we got to understand is, okay, if we bring Kevin Porter Jr. off the bench or make him a starter, or Gary Trent Jr., how is playing defense against a very high-end guards going to affect their offense? We need to take that in consideration as well, friends and family. That's definitely a point that needs to be taken in consideration, which is why I believe initially that Andre Jackson Jr. was a starter. It's just to kind of slow them up initially and then bring in more firepower. Y'all let me know what you think. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me get all the way up here. What up, Kel? Oh, you said the mic got an echo? Hold on. All right, check now. If it's an echo, y'all let me know if it's any echo. I think I know what it was. I thought I muted it. Let me know if it's still getting an echo. Hey, check now. Hey, let me know in the chat. My bad, y'all. Let me know if it's an echo now. Hey, I'm looking in the chat now. Let me know if y'all still hear an echo. Hold on, let me get the super chat here, and then let me know if y'all still get an echo in there. Miss Robert Walker Murphy, appreciate the $20 super chat. Good win. This chat is a bright spot in my evening. Keep up the great work. I be calling people friends and family now all the time. Salute, Marvin. Salute. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Absolutely. You know how we do over here. Okay, I'm good now. My bad. It was something enabled. I'm trying to incorporate a few things, so y'all just be patient with me. We good now. All right, appreciate y'all. Sorry about that. King Kwame said everyone played good today. That's what kept us in the game. Facts. That's what I'm saying. Today was actually a team effort. It was literally a team effort tonight. So that was good to see. That was definitely good to see. Patricia P always coming with them numbers. Patricia P, salute. 6 players in double figures. That's going to win you a lot of games. You got 6 people in double figures. That's definitely going to win you a lot of games. Absolutely. Gary Foster said win. Yeah, we needed that. My bad, y'all, about the audio issues, too. You know, sometimes I be trying stuff and it might go a little left, but I appreciate y'all patience. Prime time, been saying that either one. Yeah, but I understand what y'all saying. Y'all looking at the offense, but what about the defense? What about the defense, y'all? So, like, they're going to have to guard really tough people if they're going to be starting. Is that going to take a little wind out of their sails offensively, though? Let's talk about that. That definitely is a difference. Definitely. Way better. Appreciate it, Nicholas. All right. Appreciate you, y'all. My bad. My bad. All right. Appreciate you, Bleacher Report boss. What's good? Let me get to more of these comments now. My bad. All right, yeah, my bad, y'all. Nick C, what's good? This team doesn't have one player that can pass the ball to Giannis or lob it to him. Not even Dame can do that. Giannis was wide open for lobs all game. Middleton would have feasted against this D. There's I don't know what you want me to say to that. I mean, sure, but then what is he giving up on defense? It's a lot to that. But no, we're not the best passing team at all. I agree. We're definitely not the best passing team. Decode123 said, exactly. I've been saying that. I get Ajax isn't a scorer, but he's a playmaker and a hustle guy. He has a role on the team's doc, just doesn't realize that. It's not like Ajax needs to play 30 minutes. I agree. And that's what I was saying before. Like, maybe it's not the worst idea to put Ajax back in the starting lineup just on the strength of his defense. We don't really need the offense. We need high IQ basketball, passing, defense. We need some just a hustle guy out there. I still think it's better for KPJ for now to come off of the bench just because it'll be easier. He gives us so much firepower, and he also has easier defensive assignments that allow him to really flourish on offense. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping. If I was going to start either or, I still would start maybe Gary Trent Jr. over Kevin Porter Jr. and bring him off the bench. He can still get 20 off the bench, clearly. What up, Monalando? That's true, Patricia. No, I agree with it. We definitely need a lobber. I know KPJ can lie because he was doing it to Sims. Facts. Facts. B Shack was good. Kevin Porter Jr. scored 18 points on 80% shooting, and it was plus 15. Huge contribution. Oh, he was a difference maker. Along with Brook Lopez, though, B Shack. Brook Lopez was hooping today, and he was hooping in the paint. Let's give him his credit. Let's give him his credit. I'm just saying, let's give that man his credit. Kale said if KPJ starts, who's coming off the bench to be the playmaker? That's what I was saying. I don't think with our current roster, I don't feel comfortable with KPJ starting. I think it has to be Gary Trent. That exactly. Mr. Cool, the living legend, is in the building. The Suns are playing well as of late. They playing well because Beal ain't in there. They don't play well with Beal. I think all them cats secretly hate Beal because he won't allow himself to be traded. Salute to Bradley Beal for standing on business though. The childish one was good. 41% from deep. That's the Bucks I know. Gotta knock down the good looks. Facts. That was a big difference in this game. Those extra 3-point shots is a difference in this game because the Kings didn't shoot well from three. That was big, hitting our 3-point shots and not turning the ball over. If we can all, I know that's a lot to ask what I'm about to say, friends and family, but if we can stay like around 10, 11 turnovers or less, we'll be a really hard to beat team. It's giving away turnovers and points off turnovers that lead to fast breaks that's really the problem. Mr. 414 said, I'll be glad when I get Sims back. Yeah, we definitely need Sims, no doubt. Scales said, yes, sir, B-Shack, that boy KPJ is a baller. But Scales, would you start him? I don't think you should start him. Let me know what you think, Scales. I still don't think he should start. O2 was good. Good win for the Bucks. Still mid, though, but good win. Yeah, we're mid till we beat a good team. I agree with that. Said excited for the game tomorrow. Yeah, hey, I'm excited for the Bucks next game as well. I'm definitely excited. We just need to pile up these wins. That's all we need to do is get wins and get better and just not turn the ball. If we play fundamentally sound, we can beat anybody. That's a fact. Anthony Lacey, what's good? When was the last time the Bucks had a guard as shifty and dynamic and athletic as KPJ? Brandon Jennings. That's the last time we had somebody that was that athletic was Brandon Jennings. In my opinion, Brandon Jennings. Monolano said TP playmaking is absolute sus. It's beyond sus. It's not. I don't want him doing any playmaking, bro. No. I'm cool. Monolando said Gary and Trent hit the most important threes. Facts. But that's what I was saying. The others kicked in late. And TP and Gary Trent hit big shots. And that's why I said Gary Trent struggled early, but he came on late. He hit the shots that matter. And I think Torian Prince was steady the whole game, to keep it real. I think he was steady. What up, Matt B? The argument when we got Ajax was that we thought the game better and he was connector facilitator. He still can be that. I just think it's a confidence thing with him. Matt B. I think his main problem is confidence. Eliza, your boy Brooke was hooping today. I know you was happy. James said, why can't Dame lob to Sims and not Giannis? He does occasionally, but it's not as successful as it should be. I agree. Circle of Five Force was good. I guarantee LeBron is going to say he's still hurt from phantom injury to cover latest Belco re-up. Yo, not the Belco re-up, fam. Not the Belco re-up. That's hilarious. Oh, this man said the Belco re-up. King Kwame said Ajax could have played those 2 minutes Pat got, but yeah, I agree. I don't understand why Pat went in the game at all. That was crazy. Mr. Cool said, I'm now concerned about AJ Green for the first time. He's regressing. Yeah, Mr. Cool, AJ Green does not look like himself. I definitely agree. I don't want to say regressing. I'm just hoping it's a shooting slump. But he's definitely not looking good right now. That's an absolute fact. Mr. Washington was good. Green should only play when Trent Prince and Kevin Porter Jr. are lacking or someone is out like they do Rollins. Yeah, he's playing himself right out of the rotation, Mr. Washington, if he hasn't already. He's definitely playing himself out of the rotation. 414J, what's good? Rollins had he definitely regressed since earlier in the season. Yeah, he had a donut, bro. 0. I think he just need to get his feet back wet because he ain't played in a while. I'm just trying to be positive, but yeah, the donut does look nasty. 414J. Gibson Nicholas in the building. Salute to Bucks Nation. Love from Mr. Bahamas. Peace and blessings. Absolutely. Salute to the man right there. Yeah. Mr. Bahamas, what's good? Scales, AJ Green done fell off a cliff. Damn, AJ Green done fell off a cliff. That's crazy. Kung Fu Kenny, what's good? We'll love a game where KPJ and Ryan Rollins get off the same game because it's always one or the other. Interesting comment. But to be fair, I haven't seen Ryan Rollins go off in a while. I feel like Kevin Porter Jr. has been really consistent. B-Shack, what's good? Hate to say it, but Ryan Rollins is not a quality starting NBA point guard. He's not giving us any production from that position. He was -9 in a win tonight. That's true. He looked rough tonight, but again, B-Shack, he ain't used to getting no minutes. He's just getting back into getting minutes. Let's give him a little time. But no, tonight was not his best moment. I agree. King Kwame said we don't need Giannis alley while he is trying to get healthy. Save those for last resort option. I'm not mad at that comment. Salute to you, King Kwame. Robert Allen was good. At some point, Doc needs to realize when a guy's struggling to make some rotation adjustments, and that's one of my problems with Doc is not making the adjustments. Correct. I completely agree. Our next game I thought it was Monday. Let me check. Hold on 1 second. I see your comment, Monolando. Let me confirm. We play Monday against Phoenix. The next game of y'all is Monday against Phoenix. And they playing tough recently, so that's going to be a good game. Let me put the link in the chat for y'all to tap in. Link is in the chat. Appreciate y'all. I feel like that too. Derek Stevens said Giannis wanted this win. I agree. Kung Fu Candy said people have no idea what the plus and minus state line actually means. Nicholas said Doc lost a golf bet to Pat C. Had to play him 2 minutes. That's what it feels like, right? That's what it feels like. Isn't that crazy? Because there was no reason. There was absolutely no reason for Pat C to be in this game whatsoever. Pat C had no business being in any NBA game. Kale, what's good? I put Ajax back at the number 2 because he can handle and play make, and he doesn't need a lot of touches, what makes him a better fit out there with Dame and Giannis. I agree. I do think that as well. I do think that we should reinsert Andre Jackson Jr. In the starting lineup. I agree. Robert Allen said Rollins played some decent defense in previous games, but not tonight. He just had a bad game. Sometimes you got an off game, y'all. Sometimes it's just like that. Milwaukee Black was good. Doc Rivers rotations is crazy. And Pat Connaughton 2 minutes. Ajax 0 minutes. AJ Green high track. All facts. No lies detected, sir. D-Code 123 was good. Green need to work on the mid-range. He had multiple mid-ranges he passed out or missed. That's true. He has to elevate his game. That's a great point, D-Code. He has to elevate his game. He's going to have to add that in his repertoire in the offseason. That's 100% fact. He's going to have to add that to his repertoire. Have to. Oliver Story said, I keep telling friends, AJ Green hit in the mouth by a pool. Green scared ever since. I don't think he was scared. He just in a slump, bro. Let's not put nothing on him, Oliver. He in a slump. Thank you, Monalando. AJ Green is all right, guys. Don't overreact. Exactly. Relax. Get this man some time. We too quick to put people in the frying pan right away. Too quick to put people in the frying pan. Tap you in here in a few moments here, B Shack. Let me just get to a couple more comments. Kerry said Pacers get the Timberwolves next. Hope they lose. Same. I don't. I'm down for what? What's good? Doc definitely needs to give Ajax some minutes, not too much. I think 5 to 8. I can give him 10 to 12 minutes. I think he can at least hold some defense and make a few plays. But I see where you coming from. That's what I've been saying. I've been telling y'all forever. AJ Green need to get a couple DNPs. AJ Green might need to sit a game, but not possible with Dame out. True, but yeah, he need a DNP. All right, I'm about to tap y'all in. All right, in the lower left, y'all know we got B Shack in the building. What's good, B Shack? Lower right, we got the man, the VP, Bleacher Report Balls. What's good? Let's start with B Shack. Tell me how you felt about today's game, sir.
Well, I didn't start off. I didn't start off feeling good about it. That's for
Same,
sure. And
same.
when Giannis missed that point blank
Blank.
dunk, when he couldn't get off
Y'all
the
remember that
floor,
first quarter?
Right, the first quarter was
Y'all was
rough.
like, oh
The
man,
first
he missed
quarter
a
was
dunk.
rough. But as bad as we played, we were still hanging around. That's what gave me hope.
I was like, he blew a flat tire, man. I mean, I said to myself, this dude ain't right. This dude ain't right. And the problem was this. I think Marcus Johnson hit it right on the nose. Dude, you're playing from one side of the court
And you got
90%
hurt.
of the time. You got to move things around. And I feel like in the second half you started getting the ball in the middle of the
Right.
court again.
Where he could create.
And here's what I think. This is just me now.
Mm-hmm.
The offense sometimes looks so bad and disjointed. I think they need to have enough flexibility to call out certain offenses from the sideline, or maybe Giannis couldn't have that leeway where I think every once in a while that sort of like four out offense. Every once in a while, that butt offense where everybody goes to their spots and this give
Right.
Giannis the middle of the floor. I think with the shooters we have now, mind you, sometimes they act like they forgot to shoot, but normally they're good shooters.
Right.
And I just think that sometimes you need to open up the floor and just spread the shooters out. Sometimes things are getting clogged and it just doesn't look good right now. With Dame out, I think that offense might make some more sense with Dame out. Where
Right.
you got just spread the guys out. Giannis knows what where those spots are, and give him room to work because obviously right now I saw one play he was coming on the left side, had a guy one on one. In the past, he would give a fake left, extend with his right, and
Mm.
boom it on it, just dunking on it.
Right.
He's got no upward explosion now. So make it easy for him. Give him room to operate
Right.
and put the shooters in the spots.
But that would
You know,
take that would take coaching.
I know that would take coaching.
That would take
And
coaching.
I think Kuzma had a good game today.
I like the
Uh,
rebounder more than anything today, to keep
yeah,
it real.
yeah. Brook was all right. It looks like Kuz is getting his legs back after that ankle situation.
Right.
I think that probably bothered him more than what
He
What
said.
what
went on?
we thought. And then here's the question, man. Here's the question. Here's the question we all got to answer, man. And I don't know, man. What we gonna do with AJ Green, man?
I
Yeah,
knew
well,
it was
there.
coming.
What?
Right. I knew it was coming.
This is a family problem now. If this is a family, we got a problem in the family right now. What we gonna do with AJ Green, man? AJ Green is getting over on reputation, on the fact that we know if he just get back to where he was, he ain't there right now.
Right.
And tonight I came to a conclusion. I can't believe I'm saying this. At this point, I'd rather see Pat.
Oh no, no, no. Hey, no,
Hell no.
no, 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 no,
What's
no,
the
no.
difference? What's the difference? Pat got more size.
No, we're not doing that. No,
Pat got more size, man. Pat know how to play. Listen,
no.
Pat knows how to play with Giannis.
Why can't we just give KPJ more minutes?
You know something? I have a fear with KPJ.
Yeah. Uh huh.
I think he's at a sweet spot right now at 22 minutes. He's the type of player. If you give him too much, you start wilding out, man. Just
You
just
think so?
keep him in the pocket, man. Keep him keep him in the pocket. Don't give him too much, man. You know, um, I think maybe I need to go from game to game when he's cooking. Give him a little more.
Right.
But right now, him coming off the bench, man, you don't start KPJ because if he's plays with the starters, he's not gonna get his minutes. He's not gonna get his rhythm. He's a rhythm player,
Okay.
and so you gotta keep him. I might have to look crooked. You gotta keep him off the bench, man, so that so he
I
can
agree.
continue to bring that energy. All right, um, and but I don't know who you should really start right now between I'm not sure, man. I just know KPJ needs to keep coming off that bench, yo.
I agree with that. I definitely agree. I do think he needs to come off the bench as well. I do think that maybe Gary Trent Jr. should be reinserted as a starter, if not Ajax, because I think he gives you some defense, but obviously way more offensive creativity with Gary Trent Jr.
Why y'all gonna do my man
Torian.
like that? And why you gonna do Tory like that?
Torian be doing a lot of weird stuff on defense,
And,
especially in the pick and roll. Torian Prince and Brook both be getting hunted now. If they don't see AJ Green, they looking for Torian. If they don't see Torian, they looking for Brook.
Don't you
neither
think
fell.
Torian it's part of it is when Damon's not out of the line. When Damon's not in the lineup, he's asked to do a little too much. I think he plays more of the spot out role when Dame's on the court.
Okay,
So
that's a fair point. But that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. In that situation, then as a coach, you need to understand that maybe he shouldn't start for that very reason because he's not as good without this other player that's out today. So that I thought would have been the reason to start maybe an Ajax or a Gary Trent. And it's not
Yeah.
like Torian Prince is not going to get his minutes off the bench, but thankfully today Torian Prince did play well tonight, so that was good. You know what I'm saying? But I still think that I don't know if he should start per se.
Do you think Gary Trent's handles are good enough to play some point?
No, I don't. I wouldn't feel confident. Not at point. Not at point.
No, not.
Hold on, I'm about to tap in CJ. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me add CJ. What up, CJ?
I do got to say one thing though. Last live he was, I was about to tap in, but I fell asleep right in this chair right here. I fell asleep, man. I
No,
was
that was a
out.
late one. Hey, that was a late one. I think that was to like 1:30. That was something
I was
crazy. Yeah.
out. I was out. I woke up and the show just ended. I was like, man.
You ain't wrong. That hey, that was crazy. Yeah, we was out there till 1:30. Absolutely. I'm gonna go ahead and let B Shack finish. We gonna go to UVP, then we gonna go to CJ. Go ahead, B Shack.
Listen, I'm a down this hill, man. I think if AJ Green should lose any minutes, man, it should be the Pat, man. Yo, Pat's put his time in, man. Pat got tenure, man. Listen, and Pat's gonna be gone anyway. And I mean, I say give him one more shot. Just see if he can pull something up from the past. Cause AJ Green didn't give you nothing, man. He just missed the hustle. That's all he is, Mr. Hustle, man. That's all he is.
He's
All
not
he
giving us
is.
anything right now, but I think that Pat C would give us even less. But I get what you're saying
So
though.
Pat would work the boards. He would Pat. Let me tell you what Pat does. Is my basketball analysis. Pat gets you extra possessions
Hmm. With
on
hustle,
the
yeah.
offensive boards and the defense. He gives you extra possessions. I mean, he does bring value. And I think right now he could probably shoot as well as Green. So that's all I'm leave it right there. I know I'm gonna start some trouble with that take, but
You
I'm
definitely
I'm a,
gonna start some
I'm gonna go with
trouble.
that for I'm gonna go
Everything
with
that
that
you,
for a while.
All right, all
eh,
right. Hey, it's on you, VP. So, what you think about today's game? Then we'll go to CJ.
man, they needed to win this game after a rookie got more shine, than the Bucks even having to win. I'm sitting there like the Bucks didn't win tonight, man. I don't want to hear about this
Bronny
anymore.
James, right?
I didn't get a chance to get in because I fell asleep on the chair. Like a dark story night sleeping.
Right.
But the first half it was bad. But I just had this feeling that they was gonna pick it up in a second because I just had that Giannis had after he missed that dunk, John was like, "What was going on? I'm missing dunks now." Like
Right.
he was looking up like, "Oh no, we coming back." He coming back. He did not let them like even when they was down 10 points. Y'all had that look in his eye like we ain't losing this game. We did not lose this game. And then I just think that quickly that with AJ Green, he's missing wide open shots. He's not
Right.
missing just shots. He's missing
I agree.
wide open shots. That's what I'm concerned about with him. You wide open, you gotta hit those shots, man. You gotta make teams pay for that.
That's a fact.
But Gary Trent, maybe you should think about starting him, but then again, you need him on the bench too. And that's why I just don't want them to lose that bench. The bench has saved the Bucks this season. Even when they was down 2 games to 8, as soon as their bench saved them. Because last couple of years we had no bench, and this year we finally got a bench. Even with Sims out and Bobby Portis out, and I'm
Right.
sorry, I Bobby Portis because we just need another big body. I know that he's slow, whatever, but it's like, man, we're like pulling deals to get rebounds,
Right.
and what I'm as offensive rebounds. They had last I checked, it was like 100, like 13 rebounds more. we had 10 offensive rebounds. So I'm like, that's what I'm concerned. When you got guys that can't even jump and get the rebounds and box out, that's another reason to be concerned. Like, Giannis can't do it all. I don't want Giannis keep on trying to get everything. You got Brooks at 7 foot nothing and just letting the guy box him out. Like, no, that's another problem we got. You can't be having guys box you out like that. That's what Valanciunas trying to get on a couple of times when he was going
That's fair.
inside, but he was in trouble. That's the reason why he couldn't really do what he wanted. But overall, good win tonight. I'm happy they won. They did a great job with on Rozier. They did not get him in spots a little bit too much. They got into spots a couple of times, but they stayed and didn't foul him. So that was the most important thing I have they did. But overall, good win by the Bucks. They're going against Suns one more time, and we're gonna go to the we're gonna go home finally. It's
Right.
gonna be it's been a long road. This road trip sucked. This road
Right.
trip
No, I agree.
late
I
night.
definitely agree.
Go ahead, CJ. I'm good, man. You go ahead. Go
What
read
up,
your announcement.
CJ?
Salute, Breach Report Boss, salute B Shaq. Well,
Yes, sir.
actually, I wanted to tap into this stream because I actually went to the Lakers and Bucks game at Crypto on
Okay.
Thursday.
Really?
Oh,
Seen it
okay.
in person. Unfortunately, Luka and LeBron want a duck smoke, so it's all good. I already knew.
Again,
But
second time.
Right.
I mean, LeBron always don't want to play Giannis, but that's a conversation for another day.
Hey,
But
CJ, what's it seem like they was more happy about Bronny getting like 17 points than them getting blown out?
honestly, in the arena, being around so many people, it was a love-hate relationship. People were celebrating Bronny and people were hating on Bronny. It's like 50-50. I'm not even gonna lie.
So, what did you think about the Bucks, though? What you saw at the game, though?
But what I saw, honestly, just seeing like everything what I was seeing from on my couch,
Right.
dude. I had to scream at Doc Rivers at some point, bro. Switch the rotations, dude. Like these heavy minutes with AJ Green. I'm not saying AJ Green is a DNP because anybody saying that is wild right now. And then Pat Connaughton, he's out of here. All right, I'm not playing the dude who's gonna get traded and leaving the team in my rotation. That's a no. Ajax needs to have some minutes.
I
Reason why
agree
is
with
because we
that.
have no Jericho Sims.
I agree. I
Ajax is the
agree.
only guy that can jump. Pat Connaughton, Planet Pat. I don't want to see no flyby Pat on a corner three or
Right.
on a wide open three ever again. No, give me Ajax over at Pat Connaughton.
Fly by Pat.
Right. Oh, that's what he
But
does. Right.
the problem, the real thing is Ryan Rollins Ben should have had minutes. I don't know what happened to him at one point getting DNPs when he had gotten his
The
contract here
contract.
with the
Yeah.
Bucks. So he's actually a ball handler. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say it's the same as Dame or
Right.
KPJ, but it's reliable at some point. And this game was much win. It's a much needed win because right now, I mean, we are in contention with Detroit and the Pacers, and the seeding we need is like a home court advantage. So every win right now is much needed. Um, Another thing, I think because we played Phoenix, so I think Dame will play the next game. Um, but also, I said this before. I'm still sticking with my gut. When this team is healthy, I don't think anybody beating us in a 7-game series. I'm still standing on that. But other thing I'm a little concerned about. I'm just a little concerned. And I might have to keep it real. I think Giannis is losing a bit of athleticism. I don't think it's him being injured. I think he's losing a little bit of athleticism.
I
And
agree.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing because he's still putting up great numbers.
Right.
That's why he's slowly gonna transition his game.
Said that the other
So
night.
You did.
because I was there, I had some great seats. I seen it from firsthand. I'm just saying, I've never seen Giannis. He can attack the basket, but it was at some point his quick first step is a little bit slower if you can pay attention than you
Oh yeah,
previously.
absolutely.
But he's still getting to the basket at ease. I'm not gonna sit here and just gonna be like I'm talking down.
The explosion is just a little different, but it could be the injury though too, because it is a leg injury that he's suffering though too. We got to take that in consideration, which would affect your explosiveness.
But also But another thing, Bucks fans, I think we just look. These players ain't bad. I think it's just rotation wise. That's just been our main problem. We got the right guys. The problem is we just had so many the past 2 years, think about it. We have constant roster moves. We had constant different. We had a different coach, different system. Players don't know what to do half of the time. So
That's true.
look, you got to think about what Giannis was saying. Even though I've been on the show plenty of times talking about how what the team's doing this, it's going to take time for them to congeal. But I'm just saying right now, this is no excuse because this is when everybody's healthy. I'm talking about Bobby back, Sims back,
Right.
Giannis healthy, Dane healthy. No excuses, bro. I don't want to hear no coaches. I don't want to hear no Doc because look, Doc, he another dog man. He gonna sit there and look good and yell and that's it and collect his check. These dudes is just gotta play, all right? Because half of the time, just like Bleacher Report boss said, standing around looking up and just not moving for a
Right.
rebound.
Exactly.
It's just the little
Exactly.
things, bro. When we talk
We do
about
too much
winning,
ball watching on defense too, instead of paying attention to our man.
All
We
these
watch the ball, and that's how people get wide open as well.
yeah, Marcus Johnson's going off about that too when you
Yeah,
watch the game.
that's ridiculous. The ball
Everybody
watching is crazy.
watch the ball like you gotta move around, get by somebody open,
Right?
and
Yeah.
that's one brought up CJ because I feel like that this team they can shoot the ball. Yeah, they was missing in the first half. There was open shots. It wasn't like it was on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once the ball started going in,
those look. Sorry to cut you off. Look, with the eight, this is the thing with the AJ Green suck. Because I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be the AJ Green defender, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because look, we had Kyle Kuzma. At one point we was looking at Kyle Kuzma like, what is this man doing? In the past few games, he has been coming a little bit big for us, especially in the Laker game and then also today. Our guys is gonna have a few slumps. AJ Green right now, yes, he hasn't been performing, but I will say this: Kuzma is gonna be left open. AJ Green is gonna be left open. Gary Trent Jr. is gonna be left open. They're gonna have open looks. Look, when playoff time hits, they're gonna be open.
I agree.
They're going to be open. Reasons why I trust them because they played last year in the playoffs. Ajax is at least playing some starting minutes. Green has some run in the playoffs. I trust these guys in the playoffs because I know they're going to be locked in, ready to go. Right now, they're just in a shooting slump. But the problem is, right now, we haven't seen this team healthy. We haven't even seen a Bobby and Jericho Sims line up at least once. We could have at
That's
least had a
fair.
Bobby, Jericho Sims, and a Kyle Kuzma lineup. Who knows? We can probably just run a big lineup if we wanted to. But I don't know because I got to go because I can't be wasting time. It's late night. I got to go to bed.
All
But I'm going
right,
to
bro.
tap in with y'all.
Appreciate you, CJ. All right, bro.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
right, buddy.
Shout out to CJ. Appreciate you tapping in. So, what you got to say
Man,
about that first V Shack? Then we gonna get to the VP. What you got to say about that?
well, first of all, I gotta admit, man, I forgot about Ajax. I mean, I ain't seen him in so long. I forgot he was on the team.
Yo, he getting it
So
now.
I'll,
Shots
I'll
fired.
give I'll give those minutes to Ajax before I give them to Pat, because it was I got kind of a mixed reaction in the chat. Some folks is like, Pat, some people on, Pat, give Pat a try. Other people like,
All
nah, man,
right, get him out of
Shaq, you
here.
off.
Right.
So give Ajax a shot. Um, but let me explain to people in the chat. Some people who are fanboys. Let me make sure they understand what we mean by loss of athleticism. When you get older,
Mm-hmm.
when you get older, what happens is uh, the injuries that you do get linger longer. Your recovery time is a
Longer.
lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
You don't snap back at every injury that you have, especially lower extremities. I'm talking to people who are dealing reality, not make believe world. Each one of those injuries takes something off of your athleticism. It's a fact. You never, especially after when you're 30, you never snap back all the way
Mm-hmm.
to where you were before. Now, this is multiplied by the fact that you have a player that is more unique than any other player in NBA history who 9 out of 10 times has to attack the basket because the majority of his career he had no jumper. So
True.
we knew eventually we would have to pay the piper on this
Mm.
guy's playing style. Eventually, this was going to wear his body down.
And I
You
got
could listen. You know that by football, when Earl Campbell, if y'all any of y'all old enough, you remember Earl Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
We knew Earl Campbell was gonna have a short career because he would put his head down and run into everybody,
Right.
and eventually it's gonna wear you down. Giannis tried to make the adjustment this year, the last couple of years, adding that mid range. In all reality, I wish he would have added it about 4 or 5 years ago
Right.
because I think it would have kept him going to the basket so much, and I think he could have stretched out his athleticism. I'm not saying it's over for Giannis by any stretch of the imagination, but he is just go look at a highlight tape. He is not the same player he was before as far as explosion
Right.
and speed. He's playing more like a big man now. He really is.
Instead of a
So
point forward, before he was moving like a point
yeah,
forward.
and that's why I said we're gonna find out soon if we have Giannis fans or Bucks fans because eventually the Bucks gonna have to make a hard decision or else they're gonna be like the Celtics of what was that the early '90s who didn't get rid of Bird, Parrish, and
And McHale, yeah.
McKinnon too late, and they sucked for years. So that's where it's at.
Mm.
I also would add on that Giannis did get hurt in the 2021 playoffs when we won the championship and hyperextended his knee. And he wasn't the same after that. Let's be real. I mean, he came back and he did what he had to do. He was Hercules after that, but then a couple years later, he had to get surgery on it, microscopic surgery. But he wasn't the same again. So you got to add that on too because a lot of fans
Mm.
like,
Good
oh,
point.
Giannis being Giannis. I mean, no, but like you got to think about his play and the fact that he didn't even tear it. When I saw the injury, remember you saw the injury, we thought he tore his ACL right there. We
Right.
thought everything was done for the year. And miraculously he came back and we won that championship. So we had to thank God that he came back. But at the same time, it took a lot of toll out of him. He had to pay the piper at that point for him not had to play like he used to, or him had to sit down because we worry about his knees, or worry about his, his calf, like everything. He's playing so hard that his body is giving like, they like trying to wheel it back. Like, wait a minute, we can't
Right.
keep doing it. You need to sit down. And he's just turned 30, so it's gonna be times that he gonna not be playing every minute of the game like he usually do. So that's when we look at the other roster like we need some of
Mm-hmm.
these guys to pick it up because the third quarter was good seeing that from Giannis, but then look, they're like everybody else should be getting open at this point and shooting these and hitting the shots, and that's exactly what happened. But that's what was problem with why we got rid of Drew and we got rid of Chris Middleton because they could pick it up. Because I'm telling you, if they played better, the trade would never happen. These
Mm.
trades would probably never happen in the first place
I
if the
agree.
guys would pick up because all on Giannis' shoulders. It's always gotta be Giannis gotta do something. And that's why we all here always, get mad because Giannis ain't giving the proper respect he deserves because he's always on him. And then you got Dame now. But we still know it's gonna be on y'all's shoulders no matter what. No matter who you add on, until the
Mm-hmm.
day that they gotta let him go or he retires, it's gonna be on y'all's shoulders. Because this is gonna they structured around him. They ain't structured around Dame. They structured his team around Giannis and then the others. And they try to fit in with Dame. So that's been the problem with this team so far with what we wanted. But at the same time, we got to understand that day after day after day, you cannot have Giannis playing all these minutes and then the other guys ain't stepping up. That's my problem. I want this team to really think about.
I think that Giannis definitely has nagging injuries, and the problem is that he can't get any rest because this team isn't good enough to win games without all hands on deck. That's the biggest issue that we have right now. We don't know if Giannis is really athleticism is diminished because he's not healthy. He's not. We can see he's not healthy. He's playing through it. This team, like I said, isn't constructed in a way where we can play without all hands on deck. Even today, even though they were undermanned more than we were, it was a struggle for us. It's always a struggle for us every game, no matter who we play, damn near. And then without us having our full assortment of players, it makes things more difficult, which is more pressure on Giannis, which doesn't allow him to rest. Because sometimes you can be in games and the others are picking it up. You could just be out there getting cardio and not have to work too hard. But Giannis has to work every game, no matter what. Look at the third quarter. He had to physically carry us to get us to where we need to go, and that's a lot on his body. It would be nice for him to be able to sit 2 or 3 games, but that we would plummet in the standings. That's the problem. We have to address in the offseason how to better manage Giannis and get players around that can hold up the fort when he's not playing. If we're going to try to extend his career, otherwise we're going to burn him up. He won't be good by the time he's 34, and that's a fact. That's a
I
Yeah.
fact.
got. I'm gonna drop some gospel on. I know No Trey's in the chat right now because I saw him in there. So I'm gonna drop some gospel on you. You know what's the difference between the Bucks and your Celtics? You can take out You could take out probably Brown a game. You could probably take out Tatum for a game, and they still put up 100 something points because that's how they structure correctly. They got guys around that's going to shoot scores and score points. That's the reason why Tatum is not considered for the MVP because the players around him are so great. You don't know who's the best player on their teams. Yeah,
Right.
you could probably come. Oh, Tatum. You can take Tatum out the 1 or 2 games, they'll still win like a couple of them. If you take Giannis out of the game for 5 days, or 2 or 3 games, you know then we gonna be thinking like, oh, you probably gonna lose these games because
Right.
not playing. That's the difference. It's too much on Giannis' shoulders. Boston don't have to worry about that. Cleveland, if um if Devin Mitchell was out a couple of games, you won't worry about it because you got Garland in there. You got everybody Mobley. You know we don't have that stars that consistent at that point right now. I know now after the trade was now, but we don't have we need guys consistently. So Giannis don't have to play that much minutes to have the control of the game like he did to get in the third quarter. We need guys that can be more consistent that can get points on the board. That you get set for him, get set for him. That's why I love Kyle Point George so much. Cause I know he can get his shot off when he needs to.
How
But
how
now,
about how about the coach and draw up plays? How about that being part of the problem? We got talent on this team. How about drawing up plays? It's not like Boston is running plays to get Pritchard open for three. They're running plays to get people in their position to get them or getting ISO for Tatum to work one on one or Brown. There are plays being run. There is structure with these teams that you're talking about. We have talent. We have no structure. That's our Achilles heel. We don't have structure on offense or defense. We've been making the exact same mistakes for 2 seasons. Nothing has been addressed. I hear all the time that y'all telling me, oh, or I'm seeing in the presser, oh, we know what we see it in the film, but you're not fixing it. So what is you seeing something and not fixing it? What does that help? It doesn't help. There's nothing being addressed. This team
You,
is the low IQ just shines bright on this team. It shines bright.
yeah,
And it's up to the coach to address that and make this team play smarter. That's what practice is for. That's what film room is for. Yes, we won today, but we still make the same mistakes. Not guarding the three, not knowing your man on the pick and roll. It's the
yeah.
same mistakes. I know it's not all the coach and it's some of the players, but at least the coach should be able to give the team structure. I know it's up to the players to execute. I get that. I know for you pro Doc fans, I know that is the players need to execute. But where is the structure been implemented for them to execute? What has been implemented? I'm just keeping it real. When I be saying we win off grit and determination, that's all it is. It's people saying we gonna win this game. We gonna figure it out. And when I say we, I'm talking about the players on the court, separate from the
Yeah,
coaching staff, because the
yeah.
coaching staff is not putting them in a position to be successful. They're not. Giannis should be getting the ball in his pet spots by now. We should know exactly where he needs to get the ball to score. Analytics should tell you that. He just get the ball and do what he do. That
I would. I would say that is very much a reality that you need better schemes and better positioning by the coaching staff. In their defense, when you have two players that would potentially sub in for Giannis and uh, Sims and Bobby, it really messes up your rotation, and now you got a bunch of guys running around, a bunch of guards, and forwards that are undersized,
Mm-hmm.
and I really think it really has impacted um, what Doc can do effectively because you have to depend on Giannis because you don't have any sort of size. Now, I will say this: when at the end of the season, near the end of the season, hopefully we'll have Jericho Sims. Is he due back in the playoffs or before the playoffs?
Maybe a game or two before the playoffs.
Let me tell you, when you if you have Bobby Portis and Jeremy Sims at your disposal, and Dame is back, we have this. When you have a full squad,
Mm-hmm.
you have a lot of tools in your toolbox of this team.
I agree with that.
It looks bad right now because you have key elements. Bobby. When Bobby's cooking, he's going to give you anywhere between 15 to 25 points a night.
All right. What he's cooking,
So
yeah.
that's and then now we see how Sims is going to help us solidify. When you go to your bench, a lot of times your bench, if they don't have great scoring on the bench, a bench will give up points because defensively the other team is just defensively
Mm-hmm.
they're not as strong. They can't stop the team from scoring. But Sims has solidified that second unit on defense.
I agree.
So I think now the challenge is going to be this: when we do come to the playoffs and that rotation shrinks, who is going to be in the playoff rotation,
Rotation. That's a fair point.
and who's going to fall out? And I think that we would have said 3 weeks ago maybe that Jericho, is it Jericho Sims? Right? I said Jeremy. Jericho Sims would not be a rotation player. I think he
Mm.
has to be a rotation player
Yeah, with
in the
yeah, he
playoffs.
has to. He has to. I agree.
But tell me something. Why not now? Sims is down, by Portis is down. Why not give Tyler Smith some run right
We
now?
have been waiting for time.
He's
Like,
got
what is it
height,
going to hurt?
athleticism, and he can shoot. Wait, height, athleticism, and he can shoot. He needs to he needs to get playing time right now. Because watch this. You never know in the playoffs who could go down.
True.
If you can have this man just because he's a rookie, man, don't mean there's not potential that you can tap into right now.
I agree. No, that's
But
true.
Doc won't do it.
And that's the problem. That's why Doc is he can't get out his own way. He can't get out his own way. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. Doc can't get out his own way. And that's part of the problem. That's why people are so frustrated as far as friends and family with the rotations. The rotations are crazy.
Now, don't you think Tyler Smith could get some of those minutes from AJ Green? I think Tyler
Yes.
Smith is almost as good of an outside shooter as AJ Green from the 3-point line. Why
And he got
not?
the high. Yeah, why? Yeah, it doesn't hurt. No, I'm with it. It
Why
doesn't
not?
hurt. No, I'm with it. What you think about that, Bleacher?
Man, I see. I watched. I watched the game on the G League game when he played and he hit like six threes that day and he was just spot up shooting it. Nobody's really couldn't really like even hands his face was hitting it and I kept saying to myself I was actually said one time in the chat that Thompson should get a little run. I don't know why it's all on Doc because
Doc is holding us back.
He doesn't like playing rookies. and
Doc
the
is
same.
Doc is holding us back, bro. No, let's stop all that. See, he's playing. Doc is holding us back because he don't know what he's doing. Doc is a peer mediator and not a coach. He's peer mediator, not a coach. That's the difference. It's
Hey,
it you it just common sense would tell you we have a problem. We need athletic bigs. We have a couple. Let's just play them and see what happens. How do you know what you have unless you play the player? Doc, you're a grown man. You're a senior citizen and you still can't think. How is that even possible? You're that old and you don't see what's going on in front of you. You big goofy. What is wrong with you? You know we need bigs. You know that this dude Bobby Portis ain't playing. You know Brook is slow. You got Tyler Smith there. You telling us he not ready, but then you tell us Pat Connaughton is ready. Make it make sense. The math ain't mathing, Doc Rivers. The math ain't mathing. You go sign Ryan Rollins, then you bench him for like 2 weeks. What are you doing? Whose man's is this? Who is okaying the decision making by Doc Rivers? I know y'all watch this podcast. We try to give y'all we try to put it on a golden plate for y'all what to do. Who to put in the game. All y'all got to do is listen. That's it. Doc, people keep telling you a moron. I would think that would tap into your gray matter and be like, maybe I should change the way I think. Everybody calling me a damn fool, from former players, current players, coaches, and I still can't get right. What am I doing? Doc, whatever you think about doing, do exact the opposite. Whatever you thinking about doing, just do the opposite. Let's try that and see what happens. What you've been doing the last 2 years has been foolishness. It's reaching fiasco status right now. It's fiasco status.
and it's not like he's not watching the game because he's still on the sideline like this
The whole time. The whole time.
He looking right at the game.
Man, it's just frustrating. And I know people talk about the roster. If you look player for player, we have a top 10 roster in the NBA player for player. But you have to have someone to put the players in a position to be effective. Y'all gonna sit here, Bucks Nation, and tell me if we didn't have Ime Udoka, this team wouldn't look much different?
Woo!
If we had Ime Udoka on this team,
listen,
you don't think that this... Yo. You don't think we would look different, friends and family?
I was still a little mad we get Udoka.
We just missed that hire, man. Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, we missed it.
Wait a minute. Did Houston hire him before we hired
Yes. Correct. Yeah, that's exactly how it went down.
Because man, that would have been, oh my goodness. Well, first of all, I know we would have been soft. I'd be sad,
Kenny Mac.
We wouldn't be soft because he don't play.
But the thing is, we would have been better defensively off the rip. Off the rip, we'd have been better defensively.
Look, Robert Brooks said that Tyler Smith could get all of Green's minutes.
Yeah, he could. Why not? He ain't giving us nothing. And at least Tyler Smith got size and some ability, shot making ability.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying, what is it going to hurt? What putting Pat C in doesn't help anybody. It doesn't make the fans happy. It angers children. Don't do it. Yo, just put somebody else in. Like, at least Tyler Smith has some upside. There is no upside to Pat Connaughton being in the game. It's not no upside. None. It doesn't help the team at all. It angers everyone.
I made that point. I was like hyperbole. I was just trying to express how bad AJ Green is playing. So much so I would want to see.
No, I agree. I get what you're saying.
But Tyler Smith, I'm in this order. I would like to see Tyler Smith. That those minutes be split between Tyler Smith and Ajax.
Okay.
And I mean, if people feel bad about AJ Green getting a DNP, Let him sniff the floor for like 2 minutes.
I don't care if all I care about wins and W's. I don't know. It ain't about people feelings. It's about who can get the best way to get you a win. I don't care
Right.
who it is. I want wins, man.
Right.
Don't let me get Max Singletary in here. I want wins. I
Hey,
want people
Bleacher
to
Report
win.
boss. Know what I said the other night? I said AJ Green was an HR rotational move.
HR rotational. Hey, hold on. No strings was good. I ain't seen Ajax since he did the 360 no look pass in the third row during the dunk contest. Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, sir.
That was a very shout out to No Strings. You wild, bro. Shout out to No
But
Strings.
Ajax, here's my problem with Ajax. His body language is all wrong, man. It's like when he does a while to make a mistake, he don't even change his expression, man. He be looking the same. It's like I don't know, man. Something is like off with him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't show the same excitement like at the All Star game, man. I was so embarrassed, man. I want to just pull him off the court, man.
Right, yeah,
I'm
that was
like, "Jimmy,
crazy.
what are you doing, man? He didn't have a clue, man, of what the event was. He didn't even treat it with the I don't know, man. He just seems to me that like I don't know if someone broke his spirit or something like that because when he first started playing, remember he was kind of almost like a point forward.
Mm-hmm.
We were marveling at his basketball IQ and how he was finding dudes. And somewhere along the way, they kind of pulled that from him. But then he started trying to do some wild stuff, like some
Right.
crazy, like he was Magic Johnson. I think he
Right.
got that in him, but if you only play for a few minutes, you can't be making passes like you a starter or something like that. You can't.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
agree. Yeah. You gotta earn that. You gotta earn that. No, I
yeah.
definitely agree. You definitely got to earn that. But regardless, though, I'm just happy we got a win today. Like we needed this win. We need to get us to just stay afloat in the standings and not drop too much. And we got another this whole month is tough. Phoenix is playing well. Then we got Denver. Then we got New York. Then we got Atlanta and Phoenix again. So that's a tough stretch right there. Basketball games. Then we into April. We play Phoenix. The next time we play Phoenix is April 1st, and then we got another tough schedule ahead of in April. So every win that we get is going to be earned. It's going to be a tough game at Phoenix with them playing well. They play a lot better without Bradley Beal. I'm hoping
When do
Bradley
we
Beal
when do we play? That's tomorrow or Monday.
Monday. Yeah, Monday at Phoenix. Shout
8:30.
out to Amtrak's. I think Amtrak's going to be at that game. Salute to you, Amtrak's. I think he going to that game. I'm pretty sure he's
Is
going to that
Durant
game.
still playing? Are they starting to sit guys on that team?
Who? No,
Phoenix.
they're playing good now because Beal is out.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm nervous now. Even more nervous. They play way better without Beal. When it's just Booker and KD, they play way better. So that's a little
hey,
concerning, actually.
Bleacher Report boss. Dude, does Giannis? I asked this the other night. Does Giannis go up to um in Phoenix? Uh, does he go up to Coach?
But
I forgot Bud's name already. Buzz, does he go up to him like he did Jason Kidd and be all chummy, or
I
they don't?
think
They're not.
with him, of course. I think he's gonna give him a big hug. He ain't seen him in a while. I
right,
think he big hug and they're gonna chat it up. He won a championship with the man.
You
I
don't
know he's.
think? You don't
I know
think
he's been.
he'll feel like Giannis
Uh,
got him out of Milwaukee?
I see. It
it's
was
been years now. I think they still got to remember that championship. I think they'll be
yeah.
cool.
And
Yeah, I
his
think.
brother died too, so you gotta think about that. His brother passed away. He was not in it. His mind was gone. He was gone. Think about like his brother died. He really was thinking about the game. He needed time. So I don't think that he's not upset about getting, letting let go because he didn't really coach for a year after he got let go.
Right,
He had to get something together. He lost some weight too, so I think
Yeah, him and
he's.
Durant been kind of going at it a little bit.
right. Yeah.
I can
Hopefully
just
they
hear
go at
conversation.
it during our game because we need that win.
I can
We
just hear conversation arguing like, "You lucky I missed that three."
Hey, and then y'all too. We 2 games away from being 500 on the road. Right now we're 16 and 18 on the road. We're a much better home team than road team. I would love for us to be by the end of the season above 500 on the road too, because we're definitely going to play some road playoff games. Definitely gonna need
We
to
come
win.
home after. We come home after that.
We
Yeah,
come home. The next home game is against the Knicks.
on Friday, I believe, right?
Yeah, Friday. Yeah, that's like the 28th. Yeah, we still going. We got a nice road trip right now.
Yeah, just I hope Dame plays the next game. We need him for the next game
Yeah,
because
This is a steal. Just to get a game without one of our big two is a
yeah.
steal. So yeah, but I know it's getting late,
But
y'all. Let's go with
I'm
B Shack for his last words. Then we gonna go to the VP. It's on you, B Shack.
Yeah, listen. We had to get this win with Sabonis on the bench. Man, it would have been a tragedy.
Right,
We lost this game, and I don't think it was pretty all the time. I think it was good to see Giannis get on a run and feel good about himself.
right,
That's the main thing. Feeling like a superstar. He may not have all his physical abilities like he maybe want to, but at least he felt that feeling of dominating again, controlling the game. And hopefully we get Dame back for the next game. Um, but I just think that if we can win that game in Phoenix, um, I think we can gain some momentum uh, going, down the road rest of the season. Because I think we need to make sure that whatever needs to be cleaned up on this team, it's got to be cleaned up over the next couple of weeks. It's got to be
yeah,
cleaned up right
agreed.
now. We get we there's a lot of bad even in wins. If you can tell when stuff ain't right, and we gotta get it cleaned up. So when Bobby does come back, when Sims does come back, this team man can hit a
Hit a
because
groove.
going to the playoffs is about hitting your stride at the right time. At the right time, man. And if there's any way we can get all those guys back, I'm saying get Giannis a couple of days rest.
Right,
Well, actually, there's a space between the last game of the season and the playoffs. So if we get him the last 2 games, we can get him at least a week's rest, at least. I think that's going to be really important for Giannis going into the playoffs. Get him some more rest.
I agree. No, that I definitely agree with that. Appreciate you, B Shack. It's on you, Bleach Report boss. What you think?
Oh yeah, I just remember what I was about to say. I remember a couple of days ago you was trying to ask me, Shaq, and you was talking about what was that mean about between Giannis, Dame, and Doc
Hmm.
after they lost that game versus the Warriors. And my thing is, it's all about starting fast and move the ball, and not just ball watching. That's pretty much what's been the Bucks' problem.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else got to step up and hit shots. It can't be just Damian Giannis doing their little thing, stepping back, going their little sessions, standing
Right,
around watching. Oh, I was looking at them. No, no, you guys got to move around, cut to the basket because once the playoffs begins, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna take them away. They're gonna take Dame away. They're gonna take Giannis away. Guys got to step up and hit these shots. So I know with AJ, AJ Green, he's having a slump right now. I believe in him still, but at the same time, if he's not hitting the shots, you're gonna have to sit him.
right,
And just I don't like I said, I'm not. There's no loyalty if you're not winning. There's no loyalty if you're not getting the stuff that you got to do to win. So when Vince Lombardi won, like only way we know Vince Lombardi because he won.
right,
Knowing about Vince Lombardi, he didn't win. So I'm not saying that to be upset me. It's just a fact. If you gotta make a point, you gotta do something to be great. You gotta do things to be great. So they're if they want to get that next level, because if they just waste time just not getting their shots off and getting the
right.
chemistry, then then it's no point. So I believe in this team, but the rest of the players got to step up. They got to step up for even Giannis to get the rest that he needs.
All right.
So that's what I get off with.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Shout out to Bleach Report boss. Shout out to the homie. Hey, B Shack tapping in, always dropping gems. Appreciate both of y'all. All right, let's spin the block on Monday, gentlemen. Appreciate y'all.
Yep. Hey,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Absolute. All right, let's tap in the homie Brandon here. Brandon, you ready?
Yep.
All right, what up,
What up?
bro? So let's do the quick recap here. So what you think of today's game, Brandon?
Great bout. Great win tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yesterday. Uh, I agree with B. Jack, Daniel, my guy. I agree with Jack,
Mm-hmm.
Gail, and I got to miss everybody. Boy, mommy. I agree with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Think, I think we need, all hands on deck.
Right.
We keep tackling these wins. We don't care about seeding.
Right. We just
All
need to
we
be
trying to
healthy.
do is stay focused, stay
Mm-hmm.
healthy.
Right.
Because I know we're missing some players. We got them out right now.
Mm-hmm.
We got Bobby out right now.
That's true. Yeah. Dame was out today.
And they and AJ Green, I'm not gonna bomb him, but
Okay.
hopefully he gonna turn it around before the playoff start.
I hope so because he's struggling right now, Brandon.
Yeah,
He's definitely struggling, but I think he could turn around. We just gotta believe in him, but maybe reduce his minutes a bit until he gets something going. Because if he's not hitting shots, there's no reason to play him.
right. Also, this reason why I do not like fly by bat.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm the one that said fly by bat in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
There's no reason why the heck fly by bat should not be in this game.
At all, I
He
agree.
should get the rest of the season on the bench, not in playoff rotation
Mm-hmm.
going forward.
No, he got to be on the bench. I'm 100% with you, Brandon. Go ahead.
Also, why we missing some magnetic? Why the heck we can see some fat Tyler Smith? I
Mm-hmm.
know he's a rookie. Let's get him some run.
Yeah.
We been asking that
Mm-hmm.
the whole goddamn season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Doc, I know we get headache with you. Change your rotation.
We just need to change Doc. It just is what it is. We need to ride out this season and make changes in the off season. We need to let Doc ride off into the sunset. Period.
If we had, I know B. Jack and Daniel pointed this out. Imagine if we had Amy Doka
Mm-hmm.
or Kenny Atkinson
Mm-hmm.
on this team with the rest of the Bucks, right? The rest of the Bucks coaching staff, we'd be a lot better team.
Yep. Agreed.
Because Doc is playing his coaching his
Mm-hmm.
2008 version.
Right.
In 2025. If Doc do not change his way,
Doc is
he needs
gone no
he
matter what
needs to
at the
be
end of the
fired.
season.
He
Doc is
needs
gone.
well, he needs to be fired the first day smoking off the off season.
Yeah, they gotta get him up out of it. We gotta he just gotta go at the end of the season. We just gotta
You
let
know.
this ride out. But go ahead, finish up, Brandon.
Also, we got 1 day off till
Right.
they play Monday against Phoenix. I think we need to win this game. I know we can win that game. But also, take one game at a time.
There we go.
We'll be right back Tuesday, well, Monday.
What that?
I put in the chat to say Tuesday, my bad.
It's all good.
But,
All right, Brandon.
yo, salute the Bucks Nation families win. There's one at a time.
There we go.
I'll be right at it Monday.
All right,
Cause
Brett.
talk about these wins.
There we
We
go.
need to back these wins.
Right.
Without everybody out.
All right.
So
Appreciate you.
I think by the end of the season, we need to give Giannis the MVP.
Is that a baby up at 12:43, Brandon? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon. All right, bro. Go on, Brandon. That's crazy. All right, bro. Damn, you got a baby up at 1 a.m. Come on, Brandon. Y'all wild. Y'all wild. Shout out to Brandon, though. Joining live this late. Appreciate you. Doc is a criminal is wild. Shout out to Modelando. This dude said calling him a criminal is wild. Shout out to the homie Modelando, man. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to Canada. All right, y'all. It's 12:45. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm glad that we got a Bucks win. Made my weekend way better. Salute the friends and family. Salute the Bucks Nation. Appreciate y'all tapping in to the number one Bucks podcast on YouTube with the number one Bucks chat on YouTube. We are the smartest people in the room. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic, Milwaukee Bucks Trades, Rumors, and News live edition, where we just got done discussing the Milwaukee Bucks win in Sacramento versus the Sacramento Kings, where the Bucks came from behind and had an outstanding second half to defeat the Sacramento Kings 108-114 Bucks. Let's go, Bucks. We got another big game coming up Monday against the Phoenix Suns, who've been playing well. I hope all y'all tap in and hit the like button. We trying to take this to 5,000 subs. We at 3. Let's just keep it cooking, y'all. Appreciate all the support and everything that's going on in this great community. As y'all can see how knowledgeable the chat is, we are building something great here. Be a part of it, y'all. Comment, like, subscribe. We the best in the business, y'all. Gone.